Hello students. Today we are going to cover the first chapter of history, that is bricks, beads and bones, which is the study of Harappan civilization. Now, the basic idea of teaching Harappan civilization is to enhance your knowledge about Harappan civilization, the knowledge which you had gained in your previous classes like 6 or 7 classes, wherever you have studied about this, right? Now, before starting the topic Harappan civilization, let's clear some basic important facts about Harappan civilization, what Harappan civilization is. Now, these are the facts which are related to Harappan civilization. The first one, the Harappan civilization is also known as Indus Valley civilization. It is just because it was flourished nearby Indus River, which is now in Pakistan, right? Now, Harappan civilization is the largest Bronze Age civilization. Now, why it is known as Bronze Age civilization? It is because the bronze was used in Harappan civilization at large quantity, right? Now, the third important thing is about the Harappan. Harappa was the first site to be discovered by archaeologists, and the one who discovered Harappan civilization in 1921 was Rakhal Das Banerjee, that is R.D. Banerjee, right? Now, some important sites which have been discovered during Harappan civilization. The sites which were related to Harappan civilization are Harappa, Dholavira, Lothal, Kot Diji, Banavle, Chandro, etc. There are a lot more sites related to Harappan civilization, like Lothal is there, like Sutka Gendor, Balakot in Pakistan, Shortughai in Afghanistan, right? Now, coming on to the next topic of Harappan civilization, that is subsistence strategies. Now, what do you mean by word subsistence? Now, here the word subsistence means a minimum things required by human beings for their survival. हमें भूख लगती है, खाना चाहिए, तो हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन को भी उस टाइम पे कुछ ना कुछ जिंदा रहने के लिए चाहिए, खाने के लिए, है ना? तो what were the things they used for their subsistence? अपने आप को जिंदा रखने के लिए उन्होंने कौन सी चीज़ें यूज़ करी? जनरली हम लोग खाना ही खाते हैं, तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है वो भी खाना ही ढूंढ रहे होंगे या खाना खा रहे होंगे. तो what kind of food items they were using? Now, archaeologists, on the basis of their finds, they prepare the dietary practices or the dietary chart of the Harappan civilization. Now, what archaeologists have found, they found some charred grains, seeds. Now, what do you mean by charred grains? Charred grains is like jala hua, the burnt ones. Okay? Now, the grains. Apart from that, Harappan civilization people ate wide variety of plants and animals. They were using various variety of plants and animals in their diet. Apart from that, historians have also found some grains like wheat, barley, lentil, etc. These were found in Harappan civilization. On that basis, archaeologists have prepared the dietary practices of Harappan civilization. Now, apart from these grains, now whether they domesticated animals or not, you might have heard, you might have studied in your previous classes that Harappans domesticated some animals also. Now, what were those animals which they used to domesticate? Whether they were milch animals, the milch animals are those animals which used to give milk, right? Now, the bones of those animals have been found by the archaeologists during their finds. Now, the animals which they used for domestication are cattle, sheep, goat, etc. Now, these animals were domesticated by the Harappan civilization. Now, अब हमें मालूम है, now we are aware that they were using plants and animals, grains, wheat, barley, etc. अब ये grains जो हैं, wheat, barley, lentil, अब ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कहीं भी रास्ते में पड़े हुए मिल जाएंगे, है ना? कहीं ना कहीं तो उगाते होंगे. अगर ये चीज़ें हैं, then it means agriculture भी है वहाँ पर. Now, agriculture है तो हमें उसको भी ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि एग्रीकल्चर वो लोग करते थे या नहीं करते थे. Now, on the basis of their findings, archaeologists came to draw a conclusion that agriculture was the main occupation of Harappan civilization, right? Now, अब हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन का एग्रीकल्चर मेन ऑक्यूपेशन है, किस तरीके से इस फैक्ट्स को एस्टेब्लिश करेंगे, कहीं ना कुछ तो मिला होगा, है ना? तो व्हाट आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट हैव फाउंड नाउ, terracotta sculptures of bull. Now here the word terracotta means a brownish clay, the burnt brownish clay. आप लोग दिवाली पे दिए वगैरह जलाते होंगे, आज तो हमारे घर में फ्रिज हैं, लेकिन जब फ्रिज नहीं हुआ करते थे तो हम लोग पानी किस में रखते थे, सुराही या घड़े वगैरह, है ना? तो वही चीज़ है यहाँ पर, टेराकोटा स्कल्पचर्स ऑफ बुल, मिट्टी से स्कल्पचर्स बना के, आकृतियाँ बना के छोटी छोटी, उसको फिर पकाना आग में, उसके बाद जो चीज़ बनती है दैट इज स्कल्पचर, टेराकोटा स्कल्पचर. तो टेराकोटा स्कल्पचर्स ऑफ बुल हैव बीन फाउंड बाय द archaeologists. On that basis, archaeologists came to draw a conclusion that Harappan people were aware of bull, they were aware of ox. It means ox का इस्तेमाल कहीं ना कहीं तो करते होंगे, एग्रीकल्चर में किया होगा. They might have used ox or bull in their agriculture, right? Now, अब बुल मिल गया, अब खाली बुल से तो खेती नहीं हो सकती. इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल कि आप बोलो कि बुल जाओ खेती करो, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल, है ना? तो बुल के साथ कुछ तो चाहिए, प्लो चाहिए, हल चाहिए, है ना? पुराने ज़माने में प्रिमिटिव, इफ वी गो बैक टू द प्रिमिटिव फार्मिंग इंस्टेड ऑफ मॉडर्न फार्मिंग, आज की डेट में तो वी आर हैविंग ट्रैक्टर्स, बट इन दोज टाइम्स वी वर हैविंग प्लोज, राइट, जिसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी में हल. नाउ archaeologists have also found terracotta models of plow. Now terracotta models of plow, again terracotta model means the burnt clay, ठीक है? burnt clay, terracotta models of plow have been found from Cholistan and Banavli. These are the two sites from where these terracotta models of plow have been found by the archaeologist, right? Now अब बुल भी मिल गया और प्लो भी मिल गया, थोड़ा बहुत हमने फैक्ट एस्टेब्लिश कर लिया कि वो लोग खेती करते थे, है ना? नाउ अब ऐसी और भी क्या चीज़ें मिली जिससे हम पूरी तरीके से इस फैक्ट को एस्टेब्लिश कर दें कि दे वर डिपेंडिंग ऑन एग्रीकल्चर, और एग्रीकल्चर वाज द मेन ऑक्यूपेशन ऑफ हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन. नाउ फॉर दैट, नाउ आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट हैव फाउंड प्लो फील्ड फ्रॉम कालीबंगन, दैट इज राजस्थान. कालीबंगन इज लोकेटेड इन राजस्थान. नाउ प्लो फील्ड मतलब जुता हुआ खेत, जो हल से हम लोग खेत जोतते हैं, ठीक है? आप लोगों ने जनरली, मैनी ऑफ यू आर बिलोंगिंग टू विलेजेस, यू माइट हैव विजिटेड योर विलेज, और वहाँ पर आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि खेत जोते जाते हैं तो एक फरो सी बन जाती है, लाइन सी बन जाती हैं खेतों में, है ना? तो दोज प्लो फील्ड हैव बीन फाउंड एट कालीबंगन. नाउ लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्लो फील्ड फाउंड देयर. नाउ हियर इट इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ प्लो फील्ड. Can you see these two divisions? Now the first one, the narrow gap lines which runs from east to west. These, focus on these lines. These are the narrow spaced lines, or we can say furrows, which runs from east to west, and the wide gapped furrows which runs from north to south. They are bisecting each other at 90-degree angle, right? Now archaeologists on these bases have drawn the conclusion that these type of furrows were made to grow two crops in a season. They were, for example, in these furrows, the narrow gap furrows, they used to grow wheat or barley, or in these two furrows they used to grow some other crop. At the same time, in a same field, plow field, they are growing two crops, right? Did you get my point? Okay, good. Now अब कमिंग ऑन टू द ज्योग्राफी. यहाँ पर ऐसा कहते हैं ना, हिस्ट्री एंड ज्योग्राफी रन्स पैरेलल टू ईच अदर, विदाउट ज्योग्राफी हिस्ट्री कैन नॉट बी पॉसिबल. अगर हिस्ट्री बनती है तो कहीं ना कहीं ज्योग्राफी अपना रोल प्ले करती है. नाउ हियर आई वांट टू ब्रिंग अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी. नाउ कमिंग ऑन टू द लोकेशन ऑफ इंडिया एंड द लोकेशन ऑफ ऑल द साइट्स ऑफ हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशंस व्हिच आर लोकेटेड नियर बाय इंडिया और अफगानिस्तान, पाकिस्तान. नाउ दिस एरिया कम्स इन सेमी एरिड जोन. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय सेमी एरिड? मतलब सेमी मतलब थोड़ा, राइट, आधा, और एरिड मतलब गर्म, कुछ हिस्सा जो गर्म एरिया में आता है, ठीक है ना। सेमी एरिड जोन में आने के बाद अब दिक्कत क्या है कि पानी की ज़रूरत होगी. इफ़ यू वांट टू डू एग्रीकल्चर यू नीड वाटर फॉर इरिगेशन पर्पस, राइट. नाउ सेमी एरिड जोन में आने की वजह से इरिगेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ी. अब वो लोग इरिगेशन यूज़ करते थे, पानी का यूज़ करते थे एग्रीकल्चर करने के लिए, तो इसका भी एविडेंस कहीं ना कहीं तो मिला होगा, तभी तो हम इस चीज़ की बात कर रहे हैं, तभी तो हम इस चीज़ को पढ़ रहे हैं. नाउ archaeologists have found canals from Shortugai. Now this site of Shortugai is located in Afghanistan, right. Now these are the things on the basis of which we can say that agriculture was the main occupation of Harappan civilization, right. They use variety of grains, variety of plants and animals for their diet, all these things. Now coming on to the revision of this topic. First are the facts related to civilization, that is also known as Indus Valley civilization, largest Bronze Age civilization. Harappa was the first site to be discovered by archaeologists. Important cities Harappa, Dhalavira, Lothal, Kot Diji, Banavali, Chanmudura, etc. Now these are the subsistence strategies which were used by the Harappans for their survival. Now wide variety of plants and animals, grains. What kind of grains they were using? That is wheat, barley, lentil. Animals, cattle, sheep, goat, etc. Agricultural technologies. Now what kind of agricultural technologies they were using? Now first point, agriculture was the main occupation. Second, terracotta. अब agriculture main occupation है तो कैसे है, agriculture कैसे होता था, what are the evidences available with us to establish this fact? The first one is terracotta figurines of or the sculptures of bull have been found. Second thing to establish the fact of agriculture is that terracotta models of plough have been found from Cholistan and Banavali. Third, plough field have been found at Kalibangan. Now this example you can use in your exams, right. You can draw this type of diagram to establish the fact of plough field. Now canals have been found from Shortugai, Afghanistan. Now, everything is clear. Now CBSE, as we all know that CBSE has changed the pattern. They have now they are now giving 20 MCQs, right. Now here we can make some MCQ questions like in 1 mark question they can ask that what kind of plant, what kind of grains were found in Harappan civilization, right. What kind of animals they were domesticating, what kind of animals, like whether they were milch animals, right. Now one more thing, match the following can be asked by the CBSE. How? The things which have been found as an evidence in the form of evidence against those agricultural facts, right. To establish the fact between agriculture and their evidences. Now like they can ask terracotta sculptures of bull, from where it has been found, match the following. Terracotta made of terracotta model of plough, from where it has been found, match the following. Now plough field, from where it has been found. Canals, canals, evidence of canals, from where it has been found. These things have been established. Now the main question which CBSE can ask from this portion is that Harappan civilization, like dietary practices of Harappan civilization was established by archaeologists on the basis of archaeological finds. Justify the statement with your valid points. यहाँ पर आपसे पूछा जाएगा कि जो उनके डाइटरी प्रैक्टिसेस हैं वो आर्कियोलॉजिकल फाइंड्स के थ्रू एस्टैब्लिश की गई हैं. तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ आर्कियोलॉजिकल फाइंड्स हैव बीन discovered, or what kind of archaeological things have been discovered by the archaeologists to establish their dietary practices. Now one important and most important question which can be asked from this portion is locate the important sites of Harappan civilization, and it is a regular question of CBSE. CBSE generally asks these questions each and every year. CBSE doesn't ignore this question, so please learn all those sites and locate it on the map thoroughly. Now, the agriculture was the main occupation of Harappan civilization. right? We all know that agriculture was the main occupation of Harappan civilization. So justify the statement or examine the statement how agriculture was the main occupation of Harappan civilization. These questions can also be asked. So this is our first topic which we have covered today. Now we will move on to the next topic later on.